To be completely honest, my Facebook group is my second best business asset, the first being my email list. Even when our engagement dropped, which it absolutely did, that Facebook group still did its job and has helped me to make millions of dollars, literally. And I just had a Facebook group for a program that helped to generate $250,000 in sales in about 30 days with 167 people in it. So Facebook groups work if you know how to use them properly. And even though Facebook is super annoying, Facebook groups still absolutely work to help you do a number of things: build community, nurture prospects, deliver your program, get clients, upsell clients into different offers. Basically, a Facebook group, whether it's a free community group or part of a paid program, gives you a container to hold prospects and clients in, and then it's yours to do whatever it is that you want with. So I have 5 strategies that I have used to grow, to use my Facebook group to get clients. 3 are a little bit on the beginner side, and 2 are a little bit more advanced. So I want to start off by quickly giving a little bit of context for those that aren't really familiar with Facebook groups, or you're just starting out. I want to describe sort of the difference. So a Facebook group is a Facebook group is a Facebook group. However, how you use it is for various purposes and various reasons. So for us, we have basically 2 types of Facebook groups. We have a free community group, meaning that that is where we put prospects into, that is where we nurture. And of course, over time, there's going to be clients in there as well, but essentially we are acquiring leads who are not yet clients and putting them into a community group. We use it to nurture, and we use it in the prospect to client journey, meaning that we will basically nurture prospects in there and move them into our enrollment process. So the paid program Facebook group, that is part of your program delivery. That is where your paying clients are being held in a container that allows you to create community and deliver coaching. So for us, we have a Facebook group attached to almost every program that we run. Some do not have Facebook groups. It's a feature, so you can decide whether to add it or not add it. I highly recommend that you have a Facebook group to build community in, because it is one of the best assets. So the point of social media is to start conversations, period. That's the point. The entire point of social media, given that you are a business and you are a brand, the entire point of you having social media is to start conversations. So you can do that by nurturing, you can do that by engaging, you can do that by posting reels, whatever your content is. The whole point of it is for you to be able to start conversations, so that those people who are in the action stage can then be moved into your pipeline, who then can be moved into your prospect to client journey. You can't do that if they're not engaging with you. And so the whole point of social media is to start conversations. So, strategy number 1, use the member request questions. So, if you have a community Facebook group and you are not leveraging the member request questions, you get 3 of them. You absolutely need to do that. Here are my suggestions for your questions. Number 1, ask what their profession is. Ask if they work, and if so, what do you do for work? And then number 2, you can use the checkbox option, and you want to put their top 3 challenges. So you can maybe list them out, what you think they are, and you get them to pick their top challenge. And then number 3, ask them if they want a copy of your newest resource. Say what it is. Make sure it has a sexy, hooky title. Maybe it's an ebook or a training or another PDF or a guide or recipes or whatever the case may be. Say, if you would like this, drop a yes in the comment box below, and we'll send it over to you via private message. Do you get that? Do you get that? We'll send it over to you via private. I'll send it over to you via private message. And that way, when they write yes, they know to expect a private message from you. And so that is really exciting. And so you're going to use the member request questions. And the reason that I'm telling you to use these particular questions Question number one, you want to know what they do for work. So the reason that you're asking them if they want it is because you're using it as sort of a dangling carrot to lure them into the private messages so that you can open the conversation and you can say something like, hey, name, how's your day going? Here's the content you asked for. Drop the link, hit reply in the comments, and just let me know that you were able to download it, okay? Then they will reply and say, okay, I was able to download it. And then you can say, hey, saw that, do blah, blah, blah for work. I'd love to get to know you a little bit more. How long have you been doing that for? And what they said that they did for work is because you're a professional and you have a spreadsheet going with all of the people who are entering your group because you're that organized. And so you have a spreadsheet that says their name and the ways that they answered the questions. If you're using something like Group Leads, that information is carried over for you. So you will always know their biggest challenge and what they did for work, and you'll be able to use that as conversation openers in private message. Strategy number 2, the welcome post and the guides. So when you have people in your Facebook group, you're going to use the welcome post. Some of you have the welcome post feature where it tags them for you. Otherwise, you're going to tag them all. I'm hoping that you have the welcome post feature. And you're going to tag the people every single day and you're going to welcome them into your group. And you're going to say in the welcome post something along the lines of, hey, did you get that free resource? Go and check your private message. And then you're also going to tell them to comment below and introduce themselves with one fun fact about themselves. So you have to give them some parameters. Otherwise, people freeze. It's like public speaking, right? Nobody wants to go first. So you can say, introduce yourself and share one fun fact about you, or you can say, let me know where you live, something innocuous, something that is not about their pain, something is not about their struggle, something that is not overly sensitive, but something fun and light. And the other thing that you're going to do in the welcome post is you're going to tell them to go into the guides, and you're going to say, for those of you that are new, you're going to go into the guides and you're going to follow the get started instructions. And so that is where you're going to start using the guides. And if you don't have the guides feature in your Facebook group, just Google how to add the guides feature into your Facebook group, because sometimes there's just a setting that you have to add to be able to get the guides. And so here's the thing, right? When they come into your Facebook group, you want them doing something immediately. You want them taking action immediately. And so you want them coming in, you want them introducing themselves, you want them checking the PMs, and you want them to be consuming your content right away. And then strategy number 3 are polls. So you don't want to use the polls feature that Facebook gives you. What you want to do on either a weekly basis or every 10 days is ask them to give you feedback. They want to help you. They want to give you feedback. It's non-threatening. So you can do something like, and it can be specific to their symptoms, or it can be completely non-business, non-symptom related at all. So you could do a poll about, again, what is your number one struggle? Or you can do a poll in terms of, I've listed out the 7 most common whatever it is that people have tried: supplements, over-the-counter medications, creams, pills, potions, lotions, whatever it is, yoga, meditation, therapy, whatever, tell me in the comments your top 1, and then you alphabetize them, A, B, C, D, E, F, however many you want. And then they will reply in the comments. And that is how you get engagement. That's our job, is to build relationships and the know, like, and trust factor with our prospects and clients so that we can enroll them into the programs. Because if we don't do that, we are allowing them to stay in pain and stay stuck. So I will do everything in my power to enroll a prospect, to become a client, and then to keep a client, because I know that as long as they are working with me, they are far better off than if they were doing it on their own. And so that is the belief that I operate under.